ask about recruits. What did you need defensively? What did you get, and what do you still need with some available scholarships still to go?
Right now, we obviously we're going to lose a couple guys up front, so we wanted to get some D linemen. We signed two. We went junior college with one. With Taj, he has 3 years left, so that's good. And then Jalen Thornton, the high school freshman. Taj will be able to be here in spring, participate, so we're looking forward to that. So we still need one more defensive lineman that we'll be on the hunt for. Right now, would prefer an end, type body that could play, and play inside if need be. But right now, we want to try to get another end. Signed one linebacker. If you count Van Darius, that'd be two. So we're done at linebacker. And then we signed 5 DBs so far, and we're still looking for one of each, a corner and a safety. So,
especially D-line, somebody who could play right away, JUCO, grad transfer, something like that?
Yeah, best available really is how we're going to approach it at this point. We have our eyes on some guys, just kind of see what pops up here through the first signing day and, kind of go on the hunt and see what we can get.
Haven't played a game since November 23rd. Been off for a while. How do you get this team ready to hit somebody and tackle on December 28th when you've got 3 practices so far, 4th practice tomorrow, won't practice till Monday?
Yeah, that's the hard part. And these guys have all played a lot of snaps, so we've been doing a good job. We've went uppers. We've had a couple physical practices leading up to this point. We'll have a couple more before the game. We're just not taking guys to the ground right now. But the practices are physical and we have our uppers on.
Completely healthy at linebacker?
No.
You have more than 3?
Yep, 4. No, we have 7 guys right now that will make the trip, and they'll all make the trip, but 7 available that can play and give us some good minutes if need be. I think Ferns and Qualls have taken that next step. They're ready, so should be able to get some out of them.
I don't think people understand, when they get cleared, when a player gets cleared from injury, that it still takes them. What are the things that they've got to go through on the practice field, or maybe playing just a little bit to get them to that next step?
Yeah, the biggest thing is that obviously it's the first hit, the first live thing that they do, and you could try to simulate in practice. But again, when those guys both got cleared, Ferns and Qualls, it was on week 8, 9. We're not going to go live drills in practice. So in order for them to be able to, go take that next step is to go, be on a special team, run down on kickoff and test it out and make sure that they know in their mind, hey, I just went, ran 40 yards, hit somebody, okay, I feel pretty good. And at that point, just get more confidence. And, I think Ferns was a little ahead of Qualls. And I think now that they're both, these last couple practices we've had, they've looked good. They're not back to where they were, but, that takes time.
Have you been able to take time yet to look back at the year and figure out why you gave up 6 points in one game, 59 in another? Why there was such a...
Well, a lot of it has to do with who we were playing. That's the number one thing. And just the way that the game was being played. Our offense was scoring quick. We had to defend a lot of possessions. There's a lot of different reasons, but, they're all going to sound like excuses, but Oklahoma was pretty good. They've done that to everybody just about. So, the one thing that we have looked back to is we've held, I think 8 out of 11 opponents under their scoring average for the year. So that was a good thing. We were top 20 in the country in TFLs, and, I could go on and on, good and bad, but we didn't get it done. Nothing we could do now. We just have to try to get better.
You're playing a Syracuse team that's averaging 83 snaps.
Second most in the country.
Again, how do you prepare for that team and that kind of speed on limited practices?
Well, it's what we've seen all year long in the Big 12. They're Oklahoma State, they're Oklahoma, they're Texas Tech. That's the style they like to play.
Will you lean more on your depth then?
Don't have a lot of depth, but yeah, we'll have guys playing and we'll do our best.
Dungy, Ellinger, Purdy, where does he fit?
Ellinger, more Ellinger. He's big. He's 6'4", 230. Can run, can throw. Does a really nice job, running the game. And they're going to be probably the fastest tempo that we faced all year long probably very similar to Oklahoma State, I would think. So it's going to create some issues. We have to do a great job of trying to win first down, get them behind the sticks, and slow them down a little bit. If they're able to, do what they want to do and stay ahead of the sticks, and it's going to be tough.
And they do everything with him, right? Quarterback power.
Yeah, quarterback power, quarterback draw, counter. Play breaks down, you cover him, you drop 8, he's going to get out on you. So he's a pretty good player.
Have you and David talked much about his future, or do you expect that to come after this?
No, that will come afterwards. Right now we're focused on trying to win a game.
And they had kind of the perception from some people that these bowl games aren't important, that they don't matter. Just in talking to your guys, what do you hear from them?
Well, it's important to our guys. They're all playing. They want to win. So Drayvon and Toyas and Bigelow and Jabril and those guys have been doing the right stuff and preparing to go play in a game and try to go out on the go out the right way and try to get a win. So I'd say they wouldn't like that if somebody told them it's not important. So
Is that something you feel like you have to fight though?
not really. I have not had one issue with it at all. I haven't had one guy say, Coach, I don't know. We've practiced, 3 times this week. We'll get 5 in by the time we let them go home for Christmas. And we practiced 3 times prior to this. And our guys have all been there. The only time that any of them missed was when they graduated. So we'll go down and give it our best shot.
Raines, some of the other guys that were sitting out, do you have plans for them in the bowl game?
Yeah, they've been getting a lot of reps. Gamitter, you may see him in there. Raines, we're not in an issue right now with guys that are true freshmen that we've played. I mean, everybody's available right now that's on our roster on defense, so we can play every guy.
Anybody in these practices starting to stand out to you a little bit maybe for next year?
Raines looks good. He's doing some good things. We're moving him around at a couple of the different safety spots. Gamitter is doing some good things. You may see him in some of our bigger packages. The same guys. We got the rep a few weeks ago or whenever it was when we started repping some guys. Van Darius got reps. Look good running around. It's a little different having a 6'4", 240-pounder at linebacker. So, yeah, he could be Mike, Sam, Will. We haven't really decided yet.
So you've been part of bowl wins and losses. Does any of that carry over to momentum to the next year, especially the off season, do you think?
Yeah. Take, for example, a couple years ago when we beat Arizona State, we came back and I don't think anybody expected us to be any good at all. We won 10 games the next year, and I thought that bowl win jump-started us for that. And then we've lost a couple here in a row, and, these seasons haven't turned out. But I think that gives you a lot of momentum, a lot of good juice in the spring, and guys excited. But, you turn your roster over, I don't know how much it really affects it, but we think it does.
Hey, Tony, for someone like Babers who's been to so many places and worked with so many coaches, how much is he a lot like a lot of people, and how much has he kind of been identifiable from Baylor to Bowling Green to Syracuse now?
Yeah, I think that Baylor obviously is where he's kind of. I think he got his momentum, or got it rolling for him, and they're very similar to what Baylor was like a few years back when Coach Browse was there. So, Yeah, they do a great job. I mean, he's a great offensive mind. He's got great continuity with his staff. If you look at his staff, they've been together. So, you know, they've won some big games. I mean, you look at their 3 losses. It's the Pitt that was in the big, or the ACC championship, and then Clemson and Notre Dame. So, you know, he's lost, his 3 losses are probably, if you want to put it on paper, if it's a good loss, those 3 are pretty good losses. And he's had some good wins, so they do a great job. And their kids are going to be excited. I think this is their first bowl with all these seniors. They're going to be ready to play. So if we go down there and feel sorry for ourselves, it's not going to be good.